You are now live. Hello and welcome to Lights, Camera, Action with me, Stephen, live from wonderful Wiltshire. We're just waiting to go live. Today we're live on Facebook. Hello, Facebook. And YouTube. Hello, everybody on YouTube. We're also live on the website as well. And in a moment, we'll be live on Amazon Live. Okay, so let's take the trusty iPad and dial in. And we are now live on Amazon Live. I'm just waiting till the countdown clock takes us live everywhere, and then today's broadcast can actually commence. A couple of interesting things happening today, which I will be talking about in this broadcast, and getting ready to go live on Amazon. I know Nick's already live on Amazon, so Nick, if you can hear me, hello. And this is Lights, Camera, Action. We're talking about webcams, microphones, audio gear, microphones again, live video and Fitbits, and broadcasting from BeLive. So welcome to the broadcast, and it's over to me. Okay, let's get settled in. I've got the lighting right, I think. I think I'm in the center of the screen. I've got some headroom, so all is good, and we're ready to go with today's broadcast. And what I've done today is, well, I'll show you as we go along. So let's go back to the beginning and right to the beginning. This is a very long script. So welcome to the broadcast with Stephen, live from England. And today is Lights, Camera, Action. And you're quite right. You're actually looking at Logitech C920. Now, Logitech C920 is a camera I've had for about 7 years, and it's down in the carousel, and it's down in the carousel today because if you're looking for your first external camera, then look no further than Logitech C920X, because it has extras which I'll demonstrate to you in the next few minutes. So going over to my memory, which is over here, and going over to a Logitech C920X. Now, this is the first time that I've been able to demonstrate Logitech C920X, because I've got two other spots. I've got Logitech Brio, but I've now got Logitech C920X, and that's because if I go over here and I go here, bring this on screen and switch from looking out into the garden to the desktop, I've now got the ability with this unit over here to have 4 cameras and 2 microphones and 1 light all working on one computer at the same time. Computer is a Microsoft Surface Book 2, and it's controlling today's broadcast. If you're watching live on Facebook, thank you very much. I welcome you. If you're watching live on Amazon, thank you. And I'm just waiting and say hello to, who do I know who's here? Ab, Kareen, nice to hear from you, and thank you for liking this broadcast as we get underway. And if you're watching on Amazon Live, again, thank you. Now, the thing is that normally when I broadcast using Logitech Brio. Today, though, I'm broadcasting using the C920 simply because I can. Now, I got this, well, I'm going to wind back a bit. 7 years ago, before Facebook Live, situation was that there were thousands of us on a system called Blab, B-L-A-B, and that was 4 people on screen and chat down the side. Hello, and thank you for the new follower. Absolutely awesome. What a brilliant way to start a broadcast. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Basically, we were on Blab and we were broadcasting to people in what was before Facebook Live, and we used our internal cameras and internal microphones, and it was good. Life was good. That's how we got into live broadcasting. But when Facebook Live came out, we said to ourselves, we've got to really up our game. We've got to improve our game, and we need to get an external camera and an external microphone. Now, in our hundreds, and then in our thousands, and eventually in millions, people went out and they bought Logitech C920, which you're looking at now for the first time ever on my broadcasts. You're looking at the C920X. It's down the carousel. Let's talk about the carousel for a moment. If I go here, just a minute, it'll take me a while to get this sorted, but once it's sorted, if I go here and go here, and just a second, what we're talking about, if you're watching live on Facebook, is this. Hopefully, if I take myself, I need to hide that, and I need to take myself off solo. And there is Angelica. I'm going to hide Angelica for a moment and just bring in, hopefully, the carousel. Just a second. We have a technical glitch here. Just a minute. If in a live broadcast everything goes right, then you know that you're actually doing something wrong. So let's try again. I'm going to go here and bring that into my show. Yes. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So I'm going to go switch my camera on and switch that camera off. Okay, and we're talking about Logitech C920X. So I can take that off screen. You can see it. Now, basically, when you get the camera, it's got twin microphones already built in. And as you can see, you just put it over the back of your monitor and it works. And today's price is $69.23. And if you're looking for your first camera, if you're on Zoom or Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or Twitch, and you're looking for an external camera, which is better than your internal camera and your internal microphone, and you're looking for something cost effective, as they say, then Logitech C920X is definitely a candidate. Basically, it's my first camera. I can talk about the longevity of it. I mean, I've had the camera 7 years. The one down in the carousel at the moment is a remodeled version released in 2020. And it just works. I mean, I can switch this. Well, I've got this camera working today. The camera that you're actually watching now is 7 years old. The X stands for extra, and I'm going to show you what the extra is because it does have something that it comes with. The camera is full HD, so it's 1080p and 30 frames per second, which is industry standard. I'm broadcasting to you today in 720 and at 30 frames per second. So HD 1080 is even better quality than you're watching now. It's got two omnidirectional microphones, which means that they pick up the sound all around you. It's got HD light auto correction. Now, if I go here, I just need to load up a piece of software and all will be good once I've got the software loaded. So just give me a second, waiting for the software to come in. I think I pressed the right button. I'm pretty sure I did. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the software, if I can find it. Okay, and I'm going to clap. All right, if I can find it. Okay, try again. If at first you don't succeed, then simply try again. So let me try for the software, and it should come up on screen in a moment. Okay, and I've got a technical problem. So let's just carry on with the show. HD light auto correction. If I switch the lights off, you will still be able to see me. It's got advanced capture software, which we're going to look at later in this broadcast. Okay, and it's got a low light setting, which we've just talked about. And it's got a 78-degree field of view, which is like that. Okay. And the camera, the current version of the camera was released on March 31st, 2020. Okay, so those are the details of the camera. But the X stands for extra. And the X means that this camera down the carousel actually has an extra. And that extra is Logitech C920X includes a 3-month license of XSplit Bcam background removal, which is why I've got the green screen. Now you find the green screen down the carousel. It's the Fovitech green screen. I've had it for quite a while now, and it's green on one side, blue on the other. In other words, it's reversible. It's also scrunchable, so you can pick it up and carry it with you. And that means that I can do this. Now, there are software houses that say that if you're doing background removal, you don't need a green screen. Well, I've got to agree with that. It will be okay if you don't have a green screen. However, it will be near perfect if you do have a green screen. Now, the way that green screen software works, and this is a live demonstration, anything can happen and probably will, is first of all, your background is removed. Okay, so my background is going to disappear in 3, 2, 1, and hopefully I'll be back. I'm coming back in a second. And go press OK there, and oh, this is good. I've got a timeout somewhere. Just a minute. I'm pushing things too far. Just a second. I will be back. Honestly, my green screen software, I've blown it, I think. Let's try that. So the first step is removal, right? And then the next step is to insert a background. Okay. Having got this far, so I've got, let's just go through that again, because that happens so quickly. And this is what I look like normally. And then we remove the background and we replace it with another background. Okay, and that's the principle of background removal software. So I'm now talking to you from the Courts Garden in Wiltshire, and this is a photograph that I took. And it basically what a green screen allows you to do is to change your background and to tell stories. And in order to tell stories, you need images. The images can be your own, and I'm going to show you some that I took with my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which is down the carousel. But also you can go to Unsplash and actually get images, unsplash.com, and you can take images from there for free. But let's just go with the sort of thing you can do. I can tell you that I live in England and I am 93 miles away from London. And I'm just waiting for my iPad to catch up. Okay, thank you for watching. And basically, because I've got the lights on, in fact, I might be able to improve this if I go there. Okay, you need, let's just go through this because this is important. Okay, you need, in order to get near perfect, yeah, you need to have a green screen. Now, the Fovitech is down the carousel. If you've got a green screen, then I can go like this and I can show you 10 fingers. Yeah. And that's the best you're going to get. Okay. I don't have an outline around my head. I've not got hair blowing in the breeze. I'm going to go from Courts Garden over to Somerset. And this is a visit Angelica and I made earlier this year when it was sunny. It's not sunny today. And I just love this photograph, the composition of it. It means that I can tell you a story about this place because we've been there on a visit this year, and you can see what it looks like while I'm talking about it. So if I told you that this was a deer park, you'd say, well, where are the deer? The deer are not actually in this part of the park, but it is a deer park. It is a stately home. You can tour the stately home and you can walk around the grounds and you can have lunch at any spot that you like. And it's just such a beautiful place to actually visit. And it isn't Stourhead, it's close to Stourhead though. And it's one of our Durham Park is the name of the place. I knew it'd come to me eventually. So this is Durham Park in Somerset, which is close to Bristol. And what I want to do at this stage, just give me a moment, because I've got all sorts of controls within my software, and I can go like this, and I can zoom in a little bit. So let me zoom in a little bit. Let me go up a little bit. I set up all this up beforehand, but the thing is that it has decided to, that's better. We're getting closer. That's better. See, what you want to do when you're on camera is to make sure that you're actually comfortable. Okay, now I'm comfortable now. Okay. Right, so this is Durham Park in Somerset, and I can show you those images, and then I can go to London. I'm just changing the image, and we're using the Logitech C920X, and the Logitech C920X includes a 3-month license of XSplit VCam, and I'm showing you XSplit VCam right now live. This is one of my favorite backdrops, basically, because it's not busy, but we can go to Rome. Yeah, and I'm just glad this is working so well. I can tell you a story about being beside the sea. One of my favorite backgrounds is this one. Okay, and I can change my background. Now, this is important. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Something's actually messing with my green screen. How dare they? I've got a hole somewhere in my green screen. Okay, this can happen occasionally when you've got an object. Let's just go. Let's just find out what that is. If I go back to the beginning, okay, this is what I really look like. Then the item that's causing the problem is here. And would you believe it? It's the light stand that's down in the carousel that's causing a problem with my green screen. So I'm going to move the box down here. So I'm moving the box out of the way. Now the theory is, oh, I've lost, right, I've now come back, and let's go back again and come down to the image that I was showing you. I'm going to try and remember which image it was. It's this one. Okay. And that's it. Basically, make sure that there's nothing which is actually going to interfere with your background. And let me just take that off and say hello to Corinda, who's in Staines in Middlesex, think of Heathrow, near to London. And Corinda is saying, how do you sponsor? Right. Okay. You may notice, if you're watching on Amazon Live, that there is a sponsorship of today's broadcast. And what I need to do is this. Okay, I'm going to sidetrack for a moment. We'll leave the green screen on. And if I go here, I can actually do a bit of explaining. I need to go down here though. Right, I'll answer Corinda's question. Just a minute. Okay. Let's go. The broadcast today is sponsored by Angelica's German Tuition and Translation. Now, Amazon have released the ability for us to actually show the sponsored by on screen, and basically we can upload an image once we've got something to sponsor our show. And today's sponsor is, if I can find it, it'll be good. You know, when you're looking for something, you can never find it, but somewhere over here, there. If I go off full screen, okay, and I bring in this picture, today's show is sponsored by my partner Angelica, and I want to say a big thank you to Angelica. I've got to say that this particular show I'm being paid in hugs, so Angelica is going to give me a hug after the show in terms of her sponsoring the show. So it's a win-win situation, really. So I want to say thank you to Angelica for actually sponsoring today's broadcast, and hopefully Angelica's teaching at the moment, teaches German, and she's got a German session going on at the moment on Eyes On, or possibly on Skype. But just to get back, Amazon have introduced the ability to actually have a sponsor on your broadcast and to show the sponsor's name. And thank you for the question, Corinda. Yeah. Basically, you just find somebody to sponsor you, one, and that wasn't a problem because Angelica kindly sponsored me. And then two, upload an image that you actually want to show on Amazon Live, which is why top left, I can't see it, but you can. You can see top left there is Angelica's. We do a broadcast. Angelica and I do a broadcast every 2 weeks called Ask Angelica, and it's on Facebook, and it is German language tuition. Each show has a theme, lasts for about 20 to 30 minutes, Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern. And we've been doing the shows now for 6 years, and just enjoy doing it. It's good fun. We're joined by friends from Belgium and from England, from Scotland, and we just have the most fun over the course of 30 minutes in Ask Angelica. And you can see the show card over there. And that's basically Angelica is sponsoring the show today. So let's just put that up again, because it's good to have the show sponsored. So the broadcast today is sponsored by Angelica, and this is Angelica. I don't know if she'll be watching now, but I'll certainly make sure she actually catches the replay. So the broadcast today is sponsored by Angelica's German Tuition and Translation, based in the UK. Angelica is a dual national. She has British and German passports and has been teaching for the German language for over 20 years. And she also has books on Amazon. Okay, so if you search for Angelica Davy or Angelica German, you'll find Angelica's books on Amazon.com. Okay, so I hope that answers your question, Corinda. So let's just recap for a moment. You're actually looking at the moment, the Logitech C920X. And the Logitech C920 includes 3 months of XSplit VCam. And with XSplit VCam, you can do what I'm doing now. Now, some of the photographs are photographs that I have taken. Some of the photographs are from Unsplash. And this is the difference. If you're on a Zoom call and you want to amaze people, then you just need a green screen and an image. Green screen, XSplit VCam, and that's it. You can change the way that you're seen. Yeah, rather than seeing the room behind you, people are actually watching you showing your favorite images. And I'm just going to do this for a couple of seconds more. Well, because it's working so well. Okay, if I show this photograph, I challenge you not to smile. We all smile when we see a rainbow. I love this photograph. You can use images from anywhere. Yeah, and the images that I'm showing at the moment are from unsplash.com, unsplash.com. And if I go here, just a minute, I can show you the name of the website. Just a second. So we're looking at Logitech C920, and the website where you can get images from is unsplash.com. And basically, this is where photographers from around the world send their best images. And you can go there, you can search. If you search for Paris, Texas, you'll get images of Paris, Texas. If you search for Paris, France, you'll get images of the Eiffel Tower and more. But it's got a good search engine, and you can download the images for free in the right resolution to actually use in your broadcasts on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. And all you need is a green screen and the software to do it. The green screen is down in the carousel. The software is free with the Logitech C920X. Yeah, so you can tour the world quite effectively just by changing. I'm going to show you some of my favorite backgrounds. I'm going to show you this one. This is part of the German language series I do with Angelica. So here's Angelica again, and here's me. And if I go down here, I should be able to, just a minute, I'm looking for a particular image. Now, my images aren't indexed. This image was sent to me by Chris de Boven. This is St. Nicholas in Belgium, where Chris lives. And this image was sent to me by Corinda. Just a minute. Let's just move that out of the way. The image that you're seeing now was sent to me by Corinda. Okay, so friends can send you images too. You can use any image as your backdrop. And I'm just going to go here. And you can also, this may or may not work. Okay, I'm well known for experimenting in Amazon live shows. So you're looking at the Logitech C920 camera. You're looking at the XSplit software that comes with the camera. And behind me, I can have an image sent to me, an image of my own. I can use a web page, or I can use a video. Now, let's try the video bit. So I can have a video playing in the background. Now, this may lock my screen for a minute or two, but we'll be back. I'm going to carry on talking whilst this process takes place, because I find this fascinating. First of all, the background has been removed. So you've got the background removal, and now a new background is going to be put in place. And basically, it might slow me down a little bit, but you can have videos actually playing in the background whilst you're live. Imagine doing this on a Zoom call. Yeah, you'd really get everybody's attention, and then you could tell your story. So you can use your own images sent by friends. You can use Unsplash images for free. Just say thank you, send out a tweet saying thank you to whoever's image you borrowed, and you can use video from YouTube. And this is just, well, mind-blowing to me. So let's just switch that off. And if I come back to another image, and again, I'm able to actually pick my favorite images and show them to you. This image was sent to me by my good friend in Sarnia in Ontario, by Barry. And I'd just like to say thank you. I think it was also, I've been sent many images from Sarnia. I might get confused, but this is Sarnia, Ontario, Canada. And I just love the fact that by changing the image, you can change the background. And it's often said that I've got my head in the clouds, but it's not really true. My feet are firmly rooted to the ground. But I just love the fact that I can take a simple green screen and a piece of software called XSplit VCam, and I can change the way that I broadcast totally. It's absolutely brilliant. It is a way of standing out from the crowd. I mean, that's what we all want to do in the end of the day, is when we're actually live, we want people to listen to us. And the way for people to listen to you is do something different. Yeah. I mean, make a political statement if you wish. And you'll notice here the juxtaposition of blue and yellow, which is basically this image, which I got from Etsy. And I'm broadcasting from BeLive. This is an image from Etsy. Shout out to, well, a thank you to the team at BeLive in Ukraine. The engineering team of BeLive are actually based in Kyiv in Ukraine, and a country that's been at war for about 8 months, and they've suffered, and they're still going strong, and BeLive is broadcast every single day. So from everybody who uses BeLive, I'd like to say thank you and stay safe to all the engineers and backroom staff, all important people at BeLive. Okay, so you can use backdrops to actually expand on the story. Let's go for this one. I'm not sure this one is. Okay, some work, some backdrops work and some don't. Be prepared for that. This is a beautiful backdrop, but you find after staring at it for a while, just a note, if you are going to use a backdrop, then have it dark at the top. It does work a lot better. So what you're looking at is the Logitech C920 with the extras. And I've got a comment. Have I got a comment come in? Just a minute. And I've missed a comment. To answer Corinda's question, yes, it's on the Amazon Live Creator app. it's labeled new in red at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. So thank you for watching me on Amazon Live. I do appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If I go over here, I can just put this on screen. So your host is Stephen Healey from England. We're talking about live broadcasting. We're going to look at Logitech Brio and the Samsung S22 mobile. And I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live. I do appreciate it. In actual fact, what I can do, if you'll forgive me for a moment, is if I go here, okay, that's my desktop. And what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to change cameras. Just give me a minute. I'm just changing cameras over, and then I will be back when I find the right camera. I've got it. Okay, so if I go and go here, okay, you can see part of me. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close XSplit VCAM. Okay, we're in between different things. And what I'm proving now, and some software is updating. Would you believe it? Just a minute. I need help. Let's come back. I'm just waiting for. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. If I go here and take that off, you can see I'm stuck at the side of the screen. And this is why. Nope. Let's go that way. Okay, and I'm just going to go like that and like that. Nope, not that way. That way. All right. I had everything set up perfectly. I just need to change for a minute. So I'm going to carry on talking. Okay, whilst I do something. I'm just making a hardware change here so that we can do the rest of the show as you would normally. But I did want to bring in the Logitech C920X and actually show you what it can do. I think it's only fair if I'm telling you about something, and you can see I'm actually still up messing with things, but hopefully it can come back now. Right, okay, so just let me, I need to readjust now. The thing is that in order to show you the C920, what I did, foolishly, as it turns out, was I actually switched the cameras around. All the cameras are on top of my BenQ monitor, which is down in the carousel, and I swapped the C920 with the Brio, yeah, and I've just swapped them back. So we'll not be seeing the Brio anymore. But Corinda is now on Facebook, and Corinda is saying, how come sponsor Nog on Facebook, only on Amazon? C920X, yeah. I'm going to translate. How come sponsor Nog on Facebook, only Amazon? Right. So how come as a sponsor is showing on Amazon but not on Facebook? Because it's an Amazon feature. It's there, put there by Amazon. It's not part of the broadcast from BeLive. It happens after the broadcast has left my BeLive studio and arrives on Amazon. So Amazon have put it there to answer your question, Corinda. And Corinda is saying the C920X. Okay, so let's just get my studio sorted. Just a minute. Let's need to go. Oh, okay, just a second. Just a second. I've mucked things up. Let me go there. Let's see what happens now. Am I too big? Right. Okay, I think we're back. Okay, I'm going to stick at this. I'm going to stop messing around and I'm going to stick at this. Okay, because this sort of works. So you're now looking at, just so you know, that's wrong. I need to change that as well. I didn't really consider how many things would alter. Okay, you're now looking at Logitech Brio. Okay, we've put the Logitech C920 is resting. Just reminder that with the C920, you do get 3 months license of XSplit Vcam. I've just shown you all the different backdrops you can use, change up your game on Zoom, etc. And the Logitech C920X is in the carousel today at $69.23. Okay, and over to Corinda. Let me just take that off because you know we're looking at the Brio now. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, "Yeah, I've done that. I've done all that, Corinda. X stands for XSplit background. I've been through. You came in late. I've done it all. I've actually shown the 920X on screen for the first time ever. Normally, I just pick the camera up and show it to people. This time, however, I've actually used the camera so you can actually see what the C920X can do, because it does do 1080p and 720p, and it's an ideal first camera, and it's down in the carousel, and it's $69.23. Okay, and I've got a comment coming through which is going to show again. Okay, nice. Thank you, Corinda. And let's go back. I think I missed a comment. I see artificial intelligence actually showing all the comments. And Corinda's saying I was correct. Good to know. And Corinda, as I know, is watching on Facebook. He was previously on Amazon, but he switched over to Facebook. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go side by side with this. Say thank you to Angelica for sponsoring the show, and hide Angelica just for the moment. Okay, as I say, Angelica is in her office. She's actually teaching German at the moment. Now, the items we're going to look at today include the following. Okay, so I'm going to take you through this. We're going to be looking at the Oberspot Tiny. I've got two Oberspot Tinies, and they will both feature in today's broadcast. We're going to look at the Loom Cube stand. Okay, and if I go here, that's going to feature. In actual fact, I can show you the Loom Cube stand now. This is it. This is the Loom Cube stand. Basically, my previous stand, which is hiding somewhere, was a tripod. This is a very stylish tripod. This is from Loom, well known for lighting, and it's extendable. You can go from 12 inches to 30 inches. You can mount on the top of it a light or a camera. And I just want to change the angle there. Just give me a moment. That's better. Okay, you can mount on it a light or a camera. I've got the Oberspot Tiny camera mounted on here at the moment, and I just like the style. I'm all in favor of style, and this is just so stylish. Great. And basically the tripod at the bottom, you can adjust the height on the legs just by simply twisting and then locking into place. So this is now locked into place. You have at the top a ball joint, which means that if you're using this for your lighting, then you can angle the lighting. You can actually move the ball joint. If I loosen this, just a minute. If I loosen this, then you can see that I can actually vary the angle. Yeah, now it's not very good with the camera, but with lighting, that works well. Okay, so a very solid stand. It's different from your normal tripod stands. It is very elegant. When I showed it to my friend Barb Tomlin the other week, she said he was going to get one, which is good. Can't have better than that, because if Barb likes something, then I know we're on to a winner. So if you're looking for a new stand, now just a word, this has got a camera on it. One of the problems that we have when we're broadcasting on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter is, let's go so you can actually see me as well. One of the problems we have when we're broadcasting on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter is that we have to look up at the camera. So I'm looking up at the camera now, and it looks as though I'm looking at you. Okay, but I'm physically looking up. If you put your camera on a tripod like this tripod, then basically you can have the tripod at eye level. So in other words, this camera here is at my eye level. So when I look at it, as I will later in this broadcast, you can see me because I'm looking directly at the camera. I'm not having to look up. I can look straight ahead. And it's the Loom Cube that allows me to actually do that. Okay, allows me to put my camera at eye level so I can look straight in the camera. The next item that we're going to be looking at, if I go here, is the Aftershokz Aeropex. Now, what we're actually going to do, if I go down here, just let me go back a minute. I need to go, I put something somewhere, I find it. Okay, what we're going to be looking at today is if I go all the way down here to the bottom, okay, I've changed my fitness regime. Okay, every morning now at 11:30, I switch the computer off. I go out into the fresh air and I walk for 90 minutes for an hour and a half. And when I'm walking, my walk today was with the Fitbit Charge 5, the Samsung, just a minute, I'll do this twice. The Samsung S22 Ultra, which is probably better that way up. Okay. And we'll wait for it to come down again. Now I'll tell you the full story. So I now go for a walk 11:30 every day for 90 minutes. I take with me my Fitbit Charge 5, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, my, oh, wait a minute. I need to get these out as well. Okay, just a second. Right, take 3. Okay. My walk today was with the Fitbit, the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and the Aftershokz Aeropex, all of which are down the carousel. And that's my new fitness regime. And they work so well together. Okay. The Fitbit pairs with the phone, the Aftershokz pair with the phone, and I can listen to my favorite Amazon music whilst I'm out walking. And I've got to say, since I started using these and the new Fitbit and going for a walk, my miles per hour is going up. I'm getting faster and faster and faster. I've been for a walk Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week, and I was out for an hour and a half earlier today. And if I go over here, I'm just going to share screen. Just let me share screen for a moment. Okay, and go over to the Chrome tab. And I'm going to bring that Chrome tab. I'm going to go over here to, let's talk about Fitbit Charge for a minute. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to bring my screen share in. Okay, because I'm going to show this on screen. And if I take myself off full screen, okay. So there's the earbuds, but this is my Fitbit dashboard. And if I go here, yeah, you can see the Fitbit. And this is the Fitbit Charge 5. I got the Fitbit Charge 5 for one very good reason. Because I've had Fitbits, put the phone down, put the headphones down. I've had Fitbits for 8 years. Okay. Every 2 years, Angelica and I get a new Fitbit. Our latest Fitbit is the Fitbit Charge 5. Down in the carousel today, $129.99. And it is, in fact, if I go here, just a minute, 13% off today. So if you get it today, if you click the link in the carousel, you get 13% off. Now, the thing about buying the Fitbit is it's not a subscription service. You buy the Fitbit, $129.99. You don't need to spend another cent because you go to Fitbit.com. Fitbit are owned by Google. So if you want financial backing, Fitbit are owned by Google. Go to Fitbit.com, register your Fitbit for its warranty, and then join the community. But the reason that I'm doing all this is that, as I said, my walk today was with the Fitbit Charge 5, the Samsung S22 Ultra, and the Aftershokz Aeropex headphones. So I'm listening to rock music while I'm walking. But the benefit of that is this. This is basically what Angelica and I bought the Fitbit Charge 5 for. Fitbit is all about community. There are daily and weekly challenges which you can take part in. It can measure your sleep. If you wear your Fitbit for 4 nights, then it will measure your sleep pattern and give you advice. But let's go back to community for a moment. You see the two people top left. This is all about community, because there are millions of Fitbit users all around the world, and they've got a common cause, and that's to stay fit using the Fitbit. And you can meet people from all around the globe. Now, every single week, it's run by members for members, so it's totally free. Every week, you can take part in a weekday challenge or a weekend challenge. So that's Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 2 challenges. And it's the idea is, the basic idea is this, that there's a ladder, and the more steps you do, the higher up the ladder you go. Okay, that's the way it works, a ladder. So there's a weekday ladder, and you're trying to get to the top of the weekday ladder. Now, I'm never going to be at the top. No, but I'm trying to be somewhere in the middle. Yeah. And that's the challenge. That's the community. That's why Fitbit wins, because you can make friends. Once you're part of, you can cheer people on. When I go out, and I went out this morning, I'm going to show you a 5-mile walk, 10,000 steps. And I posted that onto Fitbit.com. It does it automatically. I've allowed the people who are in my ladder to know when I go out and walk. And therefore they've seen that, and people cheer each other. Encouragement. I mean, we all start with the best intentions as far as staying fit is concerned, usually on January 1st. And we're going to stay fit. Come what hell or high water, this year, we are going to get fit. And our family respond, and our friends respond, everybody's helping us. But after a couple of months, your enthusiasm starts to wane. It's raining, you're not going out. Okay, understood. But imagine that you've got a group of friends around you who are there to support you. They cheer you, you cheer them. Right. Now, as I say, Angelica and I have had Fitbits for the last 8 years. We're on our 5th Fitbit now, and this is one of the main reasons that we switched. You can see I've done, that's my exercise on Monday, Tuesday, and so far on Wednesday. So let's go see more. And you can see today I walked 5.82 miles. Yeah, so I've walked nearly 6 miles. And this basically, this is it. This is the clincher for me. Okay, because I don't need Strava. I don't need map my walk. Fitbit is mapping my walk. And you can see that that is our walk around devices. And that was available within 10 minutes of finishing the walk. We had a map. And not only do we get the map of where we've been, which is stored, in addition to that, we get the pace we went at. My average pace today was 15 minutes, 44 seconds. I'm getting faster every time I go for a walk. I really am. And I feel fitter. Yeah. This is, well, it's just working out. Then it shows you your heart rate, and you can see that I was burning fat for 52 minutes during the walk. So this is good exercise, fat burning exercise, which the Fitbit is telling me about. And then it also tells me the calories that I burned during this one walk. Okay. And I did 8,941 steps. Just a minute, I need to be able to read the screen here. Excuse me a second. I did 569. I burned 569 calories, and I was active for 84 out of 85 minutes. But the beauty of this is this map. And as I go, you can see it's actually tracking where I was on my walk. Yeah. And it's telling me the pace I was walking at all the way through. And I can go, I'm walking a bit faster here. Let's go right round, and eventually we will get back home. Now, I've just started playing with this. Just a minute. I don't know what's going to happen now. So there you have, that's basically a different way of showing things, and I can zoom in, I can zoom out again. Okay, and top it tells me I did 5.5 miles, 1 hour 27 minutes Pace was 1544. My heart rate was 114 beats per minute, and I burnt 569 calories. So this information, because we've got the Fitbit Charge 5, and let's just remind ourselves what it looks like. Because of the Fitbit Charge 5, okay, take these reading glasses off. That device there, the $129.99, without spending another cent, gives us a map. And from today forward, I'm going to show you my walking maps on Amazon Live so that you can see the progress as I get fitter. Okay. And the Fitbit is the reason that this is happening. The fact that I'm able to stop work at 11:30 in the morning, go for an hour and a half's walk, and then come back and just relax. And obviously at 11 a.m. I come live, or 4 p.m. my time, I come live on Amazon Live and tell my stories. And my latest story is about using a Fitbit to get fit. Now, if I go back and just hide the watch for a moment and go back to picture in picture, let's just look at what we get. You're not spending anything other than the price down in the carousel. Just a reminder that the Fitbit Charge 5 is on discount today, and it is $129.99, which is 13% off if you click the link in the carousel. Okay, back to me. So it's telling me community, people to support me. It's telling me how long I slept for last night. And if I have sleep problems, it will recommend what I could do, course of action. 60,000 steps is the most I've done in a day. I walk marathons. I walked from Avebury to Stonehenge, 26 miles, 385 yards. You can, on the desktop or on the app, you can record your weight and you can track it over time. The other thing is that there is a food diary on the app and on the desktop, stocked with all the major foods that we eat on a regular basis, and you can keep a food diary. So the Fitbit is telling you the energy you've spent, and the food diary is telling you the energy you've taken in. You can see my heart rate, and it's getting lower. Yeah, as I exercise more, my heart rate is getting lower. Yeah, which is good. You can see the run I did yesterday, which I've just shown you. You can see my 3 days exercise this week. And if I go see more, then I've done 5.82 miles today. This week, I've done 23 miles. But the one that interests me is this one. And my aim, using the Fitbit to help me. And using my fitness regime now includes Fitbit Charge 5, Samsung Ultra 22, Aftershokz Aeropex Headphones. Okay. And basically what I do, turn to the carousel, you find Amazon Music. There's a free trial of Amazon Music. I use Amazon Music. We've got unlimited, we've got family. Basically, that's why Angelica joined me this morning. Angelica was playing her music playlist. I was playing my music playlist. Enjoying the walk together, but listening to different music. Angelica likes Ramlied and Rammstein, and we have different tastes, which is what makes the world go round. But the thing is, combining the items that are in the carousel, I'm using the three of them to keep me motivated and to stay fit. So in the carousel, I'll say hello in a second. In the carousel, you will see the Fitbit Charge 5. Okay. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Yeah. And my new Aeropex headphones from Aftershokz. And it's just brilliant to be able to do that. I'm very fortunate, especially to live in wonderful Wiltshire, close to Stonehenge. And we say hello to my good friend, the doctor, Dr. Elo. Hello, thank you for joining me. Everything's working fine today. All is good. And just to note that Dr. Elo and I will be live with be.live at 1 p.m. Eastern today. I'm looking forward to chatting with the doctor, Ephraim, and we'll be live at 1 p.m. Eastern today on Amazon Live. And we've got basically, it's a team of 5 of us, and 4 of us bring objects to show and talk about, so show and tell. And we're all going to be there. So Ephraim, Grant Saunders, and Nick Wood will be live at 1 p.m. with the CEO of Be Live. Just a minute. If I go up here and go here, let's go to logo. We will be live with Daniel Meyer, the CEO of Be Live, at 1 p.m. Eastern today. Catch us if you can. Thank you for dropping in. Okay. So all those elements come together. And the Fitbit Charge is my way of keeping fit. I'm very fortunate. I mean, as I said, we live in Wiltshire, and I can actually go and train on the canal. There's a canal called the Keynes-Navan Canal, which runs from Bristol through to London. It was built so that when goods came in by ship to Bristol from the States, the goods can then travel from Bristol to London on the 83-mile canal to London. So that's where it all began in terms, and the canal, because the steam trains came then, and instead of going by barge, people sent their goods by train because it was faster and cheaper and shorter. It was definitely faster because the barge going from London to London would take 3 or 4 days. Train, even in those days, you could do in hours. And that led to the demise of the canals. But they've been recently, well, people are restoring the canals now, and you can actually now sail from Bristol to London again because all the locks have been repaired. And it's just amazing. And it's a great place to actually train. That's where I go with my Fitbit training, is to walk along the canal. Anyway, just before we go, just a reminder, if I go off solo and go back to here, the major thing about the Fitbit Charge 5 is it's got built-in GPS, which means that when you have completed a walk, it will show you a map of where you have been. This does not cost you a cent extra. Once you have a Fitbit, the information that I'm showing now is free, and this is golden. I've had my walk, I've had Strava, I've now got the Fitbit, and I've stopped my Strava subscription, in actual fact, because the Fitbit basically is so useful. I've got the map, I've got the pace I went at, I've got my heart rate, I've got the calories I spent. So everything I need to know about my walk this morning is actually on Fitbit now. So one expenditure, buy a Fitbit for $129.99 and you can get fitter. And day by day, I'm going to prove this. I'm going to share my daily walk with you, and let's see where we can go with this. Okay, now the next item in the carousel that we're going to look at, if I go over here, okay, I'm going to go this way. Just a second, I'm taking a detour. I'm going here. Okay, I'm just trying to remember where this is. So I'm going to hide the map, okay, because we've seen the map. And the next item that we're going to look at is not the Brio, it's the Obspot Tiny 4K, which is down in the carousel at the moment. And if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, thank you. This is the item that we're actually talking about now. It is the Obspot Tiny 4K camera. And I'm going to remove the Be Live logo now and replace it with my logo. So You're listening to Stephen Healey live from Wiltshire in England, and we're about to talk about my favourite camera, which is the OBSBot 4K. Now, you know a camera has becoming popular when people start recommending it. And I've been I'm in quite a lot of live video groups on Facebook, and people are starting to recommend this. When you're asked which camera would you use on Zoom or Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Twitch, more and more people are actually saying the OBSBot, tiny 4K. Now, I'm going to explain to you exactly what this is all about. So let's go back to my menu, which I'm going back to now. And if I go here, I shall find what we're actually talking about. If I go side by side, is we're talking about the OBSBot Tiny PTZ 4K. PTZ, pan, tilt, and zoom. Okay, now you can actually see I've got two OBSBots. This is the one I bought originally. This is the 1080p version. And what you have is a lens at the top, then a 2-axis gimbal, and then the body of the camera. And this has got the ultimate in privacy. If I go here and I'm using the software that's supplied that you can download, just watch this bit of the camera. This camera at the moment is in privacy mode. It's asleep. If I press resume, just watch that bit there, then it comes into use. And that is now watching me. Okay. And I love the fact I can, shall we do that again? I'll look just the little things. So it's going to sleep. It's asleep now, and then resume. Okay. So none of these slide over things. Yeah. It's got a real turn down. Okay. Now suppose if I'm talking about, let's just switch this on. Okay. And I'm going to go off full screen. I'm going to take that off. So let's just do a quick comparison. If I go here and I go here, wait a minute. No, quite possibly if I go here, right? Hello. Apologies for this. I need to tell you which one is which. Okay, so the OBSBot is on the left and the Logitech Brio is on the right. Okay, so this is a straight comparison. The two cameras are both on top of my monitor, which means that I don't know which camera to look at. Okay, but I'm going to try my best. Now, the reason that I love the OBSBot, well, I'm going to show you some details of the OBSBot. Okay, so this is the OBSBot. First thing I need to do is I need to come to me. That's better. Okay, now I'm positioned correctly on screen. All I need to do is look at the camera. Simple, isn't it? So I'm looking at the camera. It's an AI-powered camera. It's got AI-powered framing and it's got autofocus. Autofocus is, just a minute, I just want to turn something off. And that. Okay. Autofocus. If I show you this stand, this is a Lamical stand, which is down in the carousel, and I put it front of screen, the focus is not on me anymore. Yeah, it's actually on the object I'm showing you. That is autofocus. And just need to put my camera on there. Just a second. Give me a second. Because, okay, just let me go here. I just need to load Facebook. I need to, oh, I hate Facebook pages changing on me. Don't know why they did it. I really don't know why they've actually done all this malarkey all about Facebook pages, because the thing is, you don't know where you are. Okay, I just need to go here. All right. I'm also, this is the Samsung Galaxy S22 we're going to be looking at in a minute. It is down in the carousel And this is a live broadcast. I'm actually broadcasting live on Amazon Live and on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay, so let's put that back over there. And okay, pull it back into mount. It's got AI powered framing and autofocus. So I've shown you autofocus. It's got it's great as a 4K video conference camera. It has omnidirectional microphones. So it's got 2 omnidirectional microphones, pick up the sound all around. It has auto tracking with the 2-axis gimbal. We've seen that. It's got low light correction. If I turn the light, okay. If I turn the light off, I'll go slightly darker. Yeah, so I've gone slightly darker. The camera is compensating for it, so you can still see me. Now, if I go over here and go to the software again, I'll get there. I'm going to switch the light back on. Okay, so I'm better lit now and you can see me. So it's got low light correction. It has magical hand gestures. If you go like that, the camera will track you. If you repeat the exercise, the camera will stop tracking you. You just need to be in front of the camera lens. You don't need to be anywhere near your computer. If you go like that, the camera will zoom in. If you go like that, the camera will zoom out. This camera has got 4 times zoom. Okay, the next feature of the OBSBot 4K, which is down in the carousel, dual omnidirectional microphones with noise reduction. I'm going to explain why it's noise reduction and not noise cancellation in a minute. And it's got 3 preset positions. This is the first reason that I love the OBSBot. If I go, it's obviously looking at me at the moment, but I can press a button and it can go to my desktop. Okay, and this is live. Okay, and there's me actually live, and then I can go out to the garden. And the thing about it is that the camera has 4 times zoom. So if I zoom out of my office, you can see my office window. You can see that I'm actually looking at my neighbour's gardens, and you may see a bird or a butterfly fly by. It's quite a light breeze today. Alexa, what's the temperature?
At the moment, it's 14 degrees Celsius.
Right, so
tonight, you can expect a low of 6 degrees.
At the moment, the temperature is 14 degrees Celsius, which is low 60s. But the thing about it is, the first thing about the OBSBot Tiny is the 3 preset positions. Okay, it's got AI tracking, which I'm about to show you in a moment. I need to come back here. No, I don't. I'm getting confused between the 2. Versatile mounting, we've seen that you can mount a camera on an elegant tripod. This tripod's down in the carousel, so I can mount the camera on there. Coming back to me and going on, and basically I'm now going to show you, if I hide that, I'm now going to show you the OBSBot difference. And this is why so many people, once they've got an OBSBot, really appreciate it. And I'm going to press 1 button here, and now my fingers are crossed. Okay, because what should happen now is I push back, yeah, and I stand up. The OBSBot camera is actually following me around. It's got AI tracking and it can follow me. And I think this is absolutely brilliant because makes it a dual purpose camera because it can follow. Yeah. You can sit down or stand up, and I can walk around here. Okay. My very big office. And you can see behind me the 458 green screen that's down in the carousel. And it's giving me headroom and it's making sure that I'm in the center of the screen. Every time I move, I'm being recentered on screen automatically. Yeah. Now, what I want to do now, just one thing, just give me a moment. You can see it's still tracking me. But if I zoom in a little bit, just let me zoom in. Okay. That's better. So you can adjust the zoom. You can adjust anything whilst you're live. And that's what makes it just a great camera to use. It's so flexible, so powerful. 4x zoom, 4K. I can broadcast to YouTube in 4K. People can watch in 4K. But the other selling feature of the Oberspot 4K camera is as a conference camera. If you imagine you have a group of 4 or 5 people around a conference table, and they're going to broadcast out to Zoom and to Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. How many cameras do you need? The answer is 1 Oberspot. If you put the camera in the center of the conference table, then the person with the software, which is what I'm using today, can actually take the center attention from speaker A to speaker B to speaker C to speaker E. So the camera can actually move around between all the different speakers as they're talking. The next thing is that you've got one dual microphone in the center of the conference table, so it can pick everybody's voices up. One camera covering a 5-person conference with just one person controlling, a producer, if you like, producer of the live broadcast. And it just simply works. The Oberspot, I love the Oberspot because they keep updating the software that goes with it. See how it's reframing me? They keep updating the software. They keep updating the firmware. They're hot on customer support. It's just a great experience to be an Oberspot user, which is why people recommend them. Okay, so let's just switch over. I know I've zoomed too much there, didn't I? So move out a bit. Okay, I need to talk to my producer about this. Okay, let's go over to the garden again. So this is my neighbour's gardens, and you have been looking at the Oberspot 4K camera, which is down in the carousel. And if I take myself back to me, okay, I just love the Oberspot 4K. It is the best camera. The 2 types of cameras, the static camera, C920X and the Brio, yeah, and then there is a PTZ camera, and the PTZ camera can move, it can pan, tilt, and zoom, it can follow you. And in terms of pricing, the Oberspot, I own 2 Oberspots, so I am an Oberspot. I love Oberspots. Okay, let me hide this and show this on screen. So we're actually looking at hang on. Right, I think I've got the right camera now. Have I got the right camera? Let's just check. Okay, this is why I label them. It's difficult to tell them apart. This is the Oberspot. It's down in the carousel. It is an awesome camera. It's great for video conferences. It's great for solo broadcasts. It is versatile. And for the price of $269, if you look at other PTZ cameras with AI tracking, you'll find prices in excess of $269. So this is a great first PTZ camera. Right, let's go back and just down to the carousel. I just want to talk about something now. On a rant. Okay. One of the things that annoys me, it's not the PTZ camera. One of the things that annoys me, let's just take that off. Okay. One of the things that does annoy me is the fact that when you pay thousands of dollars for a new computer, that new computer does not have enough USB-A or USB-C ports. How are you supposed to connect your peripherals to a computer if it doesn't have enough ports? Now, this is something that's niggled me for a long time because it's not costly. Well, if the manufacturer of the computer did it, then the add-on cost would be minimal. But we now have to look at ways of actually getting more USB connections. And down in the carousel at the moment is my preferred answer. I'm just going to go here, and we're going to go picture in picture now. I'm going to, wait a minute. Okay. What we're talking about is this, which is a powered USB hub. Now, just a second. Okay, it's a powered USB hub. Basically, what you have is you've got 7 USB-A slots. That's the blue slots. And then you've got 3 red recharging slots. If you want to look at it in action, then here it is. Okay, it's next to my Microsoft Surface Book 2. And you can see you've got 7 USB-A connections and you've got 3 recharging points. I've got plugged into there, I've got 4 cameras and 2 microphones. That allows me to use different cameras on my Amazon Live broadcast, because I can switch between the microphones and the cameras. I can also recharge my Fitbit. I can also recharge anything that has a USB-A connection. So 7 in the hub to go through to my computer. So there's 7 leads going in and 1 going into my computer there. And it's just a time saver. And it basically gives you, more options. As I say, using this, I'm able to use 4 cameras and 2 microphones in my live broadcasts. Okay, down to the carousel again. And right, okay, let's move on. Okay, at the beginning of this broadcast, I said that we were going to look at, if we just remind ourselves, if I put myself on full screen, go here, and I just want to take the logo off. Just give me a second. So the logo is coming off. Apply. And I just want to show this. Okay, so your host is Stephen Healey from England. We're talking about live broadcasting. We looked at Logitech cameras. We're going to look at Samsung S22 mobile in a minute. I want to say a big thank you for actually watching. And if you've got any questions whilst I'm live, then please do ask. Okay. What we're going to look at is this. Wait a minute. What's that? I don't know what I've got there. Just a minute. Okay. It came from nowhere. Right, we're looking at a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, I'm going to show you the salient point. I'm going to tell you all about it. But first, what I want to do is, I could, talk about it forever. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you a video which was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22. So we're talking about Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Just give me a second. So you can actually see that on screen. Okay. We're talking about Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra smartphone. There are different varieties in terms of memory, 256 gig or 512 gig. It's got an 8K camera and 8K video. The video, though, is stunning. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring this on screen. Just give me a second to cursor down. Okay. We are at the Quartz Garden in Wiltshire, which is a former industrial estate. And this video was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22. And I'm going to switch my microphone off. Press play. I'll be back in 2 minutes. At the Quartz Garden, and just had lunch. And the thing about the Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I am using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, or like that, or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone, so this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. But let's look at the borders, and there are people here today. Car park was full, but I don't think everybody actually came over here. But there's just flowers here in full bloom. We are at the beginning of August, first week in August, and the grounds here are just absolutely stunning. Now, the other thing that's important this year is that I've got my new eyes, which means that this year I can actually see clearly. I do in fact have my new eyes. I am in fact wearing the Aftershokz headphones, and that was the Quartz Garden in Wiltshire, which is one of our favourite places to visit. Right, let's go back over here, and I'm going to go here. And I want to say a big thank you for actually watching me live today. Do appreciate you spending time with me. And hopefully you can hear me. I'm pretty sure you can. And just to say, today's broadcast is sponsored by Angelica Davey. And if I put Angelica on screen and I hide that, and I'll hide that, and you can still hear me, and I hide that, I can do this. So today's show is sponsored by Angelica. Here's Angelica, my partner. Angelica is a German language tutor and translator, and she's busy teaching someone at the moment. I want to say to you, big thank you for watching live. Now, I'm finishing early today because I'm broadcasting at 1 p.m. Eastern with the Be Live team. So I'm going to take a break for about 30 minutes. I hope to see you again. I'm live at 11 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. In fact, I'm live 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday. I just enjoy Amazon Live. I'm very privileged to be here. I thank you for taking time to join me today. So I'll see you either today at 1 p.m. Eastern with Nick, Grant, Daniel, and Ephraim. Okay, we're live at 1 p.m. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now. Bye.